We are not always the best at finding the time to read aloud, but I am really looking forward to this next year with my youngest. She is the only one I'm homeschooling, so I have some fun picks for read alouds this year. Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweetie's Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 14, 10, and 7. And today I'm sharing all of the books that I anticipate we'll be reading this year. I guarantee we will not get through all of these, but I'm hopeful that read aloud time will be a little bit better than we have in the past, because I only have one student and we will be able to do it, I think, during the daytime together, and I'm looking forward to it. I can just anticipate us like sitting on the couch cuddling together. So I am going to share some of the things that I hope that we read. We are focusing on U.S. history this year. Science, we have lots of different aspects of science, so we're trying to figure out what exactly we might bring in for science things. But we have a lot of extras like activities and things that I have brought in for science that my plans are. So I think that we will mainly focus on like books for history, and so for reading, for our read aloud. So the first idea that I had is that we have a lot of these Magic Tree House books laying around, and I like a lot of these. Like this one is Buffalo Before Breakfast, Twister on Tuesday, Dinosaurs Before Dark, so that's the dinosaur theme, Thanksgiving on Thursday, Civil War on Sunday, Revolutionary War on Wednesday. So I have these that we could read, and I think that they will kind of go along with our history theme, U.S. history. Also, this is, the typical, I have a lot of these American Girl books. I have like Meet Addie, Meet Samantha, and I have several of the Samantha books, and then Meet Kit. So I figured this would be a good time to bring them in as we go through American history. And I think our library has quite a selection of these as well. So if there's ones that I want to pick up, I will just grab those from there. A couple other history type books that I found this Ranger in Time, and this is The Long Road to Freedom. I gave this to my daughter when I gave her some other books that I found at like a thrift store, and she was like, well, I don't want to read that. Like we've actually read, I think, one of these Ranger books. They're okay. They're not like maybe our favorite, but I really do like Kate Messner as an author. And so she's like, I don't know about this. And I was like, well, we'll read it as like a read aloud together. And I told her it's about like history and stuff, and she was more excited, I think. So, and then I have some books that we have from previous, that we got these when we were using Knotgrass history like a long time ago. They were U.S. history. And then I think I did have like the 50 states one as well. We didn't end up using it very much, but I do have a lot of like the read alouds from that. Although some of them I'm not even sure if like, I don't know, we'll see. So we have The Year of Miss Agnes, and I really did like this one. I read that one with my oldest daughter when she was younger. We have The Courage of Sarah Noble. I don't know if this is really in that, but we might end up reading that. It's pretty thin. We have Freedom Crossing as well as Freedom Train. And I think Freedom Crossing was the one that we really liked. And then we read Freedom Train because it's this like the story of Harriet Tubman. This is more fictional, but then it added history in it. And then I also have The Cabin Faced West and A Long Way from Chicago. I'm not sure if we will get to these or not. Some of these might be a little bit too mature for her, even as she's only going to be 8. So I'm going to pick and choose. I'm not sure if we will get this, but I definitely think I'm going to stick to the Magic Tree House books for sure, because I think she will really enjoy those. And then for the science themed books, I think that we might read some of the Zoe and Sassafras books. We've read a lot of them already, like in years past, but we haven't really done a lot with them. And it's been a few years since we've read them. And so she's older now, she's almost 8. And I think she would enjoy those. So I think we'll kind of use those sometimes. I have a feeling with these thin, easy books, like we could probably finish one within a few days. So I'm hopeful that we can get through a lot of read-alouds this year, but we will see. So I also plan to do like My Father's Dragon. I have 2 of the 3 books. I'm pretty sure I have the 3rd book somewhere, but we read these years ago. It was, oh, I don't know, she might have actually been a baby, because I can remember it was shortly after we started homeschooling and stuff when we read these. So she was probably a baby when we read those. So some of the other books that, so I know I would love to get through a lot of like history type fictional historical fiction books with her and science books, but I know that she will want to read some other things. So I do have some other things in mind, and some of it, like, so these 3 I found at the thrift store when I found the dog book, and I think she will really like this. She is very much into like rainbows and unicorns and all those things. So I found these fairy pony books. They're Usborne Paper Pie. There's 3 of them. So I know that she's going to want them. And these are pretty easy chapter books. So I really think that I'm going to really encourage her to read those. She's really into another, like, it's like this kitty princess, itty bitty princess kitty or something like that. So she's really into those from the library. So we will probably be reading more of those. We also picked up one of these from the series at the library, and then I remembered we do have one. We might even have more, but this is Whatever After, Fairest of All. I know my oldest has read most of these, and I think she would like these. These are more of like, these are a little bit harder chapter books, so I have a feeling I would have to read these to her because she is still working on learning skills of reading. She's doing better. We also have this one. I don't know if we have any others of these. This is a Princess Beginnings, Belle's Discovery, and this one's a little bit easier and has pictures. So this one would be a fun one to read with her too. She loves princess things. And then one of the last things that I'm adding in here, I'm not like scheduling these in or anything, but Thea Stilton books, we have a ton of these, and if you haven't seen them, they have like really fun fonts and they have pictures. They're like these girl mice, and they go on like little adventures and stuff, and some of them are like kind of geographical, like they kind of explain a lot about a certain place. So this book is all about Australia, and so this one would be fun if like we were learning about that country and stuff. So I might just like look at some of these, and I think that she would really enjoy these. Her oldest sister, once again, these are the books that actually got her really interested in reading. So I'm just kind of hopeful that we can encourage her love of reading. And yeah, we have a lot of fun readers, and I'm excited to just curl up on the couch with her. I'd love to hear down below what you plan to read with your children this year, if you have any read-alouds picked out, or if you just kind of plan to wing it and pick one here and there. I will talk to you later, and I hope you have a good day.